All right, so got a few minutes. Let's roll. Speak what you seek until you see what you say. One of my favorite quotes, simply because it holds and it hosts so much wisdom, but at the same time, so much energy. Speaking of energy, my name is Master Johnson. I have a tendency of making things make sense. If you're into success energetics as well as personal development, I would suggest you go ahead and do the things to help the channel grow, like and subscribing. I promise you I got a lot of good things to bring to you. Let's dive on in. So, what was that quote? Speak what you seek until you see what you say. What does this mean? That means that there's two things you have to be operating on a consistent basis, a sustained basis, in order to finally see what it is that you have been saying. The very first one is delusion. Operating within the understanding that everything outside of you is merely just but an illusion off of the senses at which you have within your body, right? Your sight, your touch, your taste, your smell, etc. All of that is just utilizing what it is meant for to be able to feed the brain information to tell you and locate you within all of the understanding that is time and space. This might be a very high level thing, but I'm assuming that you guys can rock with it. So the very first thing is we need you to operate inside of this thing called delusion, okay? But in order for you to be able to step into delusion, you first must agree that everything outside of you is simply just an illusion, okay? Now the second thing, you are an anomaly. If you can bring yourself, your conscious awareness to the stance and to the place that says, just because this happens for them, they have to work 40 years, 60 years in order to finally have a life that they can retire from and enjoy. By the way, my babies are out there. Huge summer day, just got out from enjoying the pool, so we only do things once. Check me out. You're the anomaly. Whereas with me, I decided and I made an agreement with myself that I don't need to do that. I don't need to operate in the same way in order to get the same or even better result that majority of people do. Why? Well, because I'm operating in delusion, baby. There's a whole bunch of creators out there. There's one gentleman by the name of Adonis, and he says Delulu is the Salulu. What I am going to go ahead and say is, listen, because I am, everything is. Because I am means I am. And because I am convinced and or persuaded or seduced or decided that this is who I am and this is the identity that I am going to embody, and because I am, everything is, then what is this saying? That means that my reality outside of me, I'm no longer going to let influence me to be able to feel like I have to operate underneath rules placed or imposed upon me based off of other people's limitation. Does that make sense? Based out of their projection on what they have bought into within what they are capable of or what they are able to manifest into their life. Just wasn't for me. So, stage number one, get into delusion because all of this bullshit is a illusion. Stage number two, you are an anomaly, okay? You don't need to operate in the same way that majority of people are, okay? You are the exception to everything. Yeah, that's how it is for them. But me, Master Johnson, because I am the exception, everything in my reality is exceptional. You see how this goes? Again, all of this is placing you within an identity. All of this is placing you within a mental construct of your consciousness that is then operating from the inside out. Now, there is a universal law by the name of the law of correspondence, which essentially says, as above, so below, as within, so without. Guys, that is not a clever word, a clever phrase of words, clever words of speech. That is literal. I would like you to take that as literal as a freaking heart attack. The internal world and whatever you truly decide to believe and have that belief transmute itself into knowing, that, my friend, is exactly what you're going to see. If you believe that life needs to be hard, then congratulations, you have now just agreed and made an agreement with reality that your reality is hard. Now, let me just tell you this. Hard is not the enemy, okay? As long as you understand what you are doing. I believe that having hardships in life is how you gain wisdom. But listen to me, because this is so important. Suffering is a choice while pain is necessary for growth. I have yet to be able to receive wisdom within my own life or even from my mentors that did not come from pain. So our association to pain is necessary. But the choice to stay where you are in an identity that is no longer where you would like to be, my friend, that is a choice. So if you can reassociate yourself, become delusional, and then operate as if you are the exception, you are the freaking anomaly to all of this stuff, well then now, my friends, it's placing you and putting you inside of a energy and identity that's isolated from everything else. You become the operating power of all that is. And that is why I say, because I am, everything is. Don't want this video to go too long. I had a few minutes, so I just decided to go ahead and throw this together at you. Listen, if this resonated with you, please let me know in the comments some takeaways that you have. Please feel free to share this video, help this channel grow. I got a lot to give. As you know, you are a master in training. And what does that mean? That means that you need to know what to train. That's what this video, that's what this channel is all based around and all based about. You, my friend, are going to be doing so much amazing things, and I just happen to be maybe a small piece of that puzzle that makes a whole. So again, thank you for watching my videos. I got some babies I got to go ahead and get back to, and I'll see you on the next one.